a podcast network. This is the Lifestyle Live Podcast.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart. Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
On this episode of the Lifestyle Live podcast, we talked to one of the stars of the History Channel's hit show, The Ancient Aliens, Giorgio Tsoukalos. They're coming with a new immersive live experience at the Brown County Music Center. The show promises to be a night full of fun for fans and skeptics alike.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
The Brown County Music Center is set to host an unforgettable live event, The Ancient Aliens Live. This immersive experience is based on the wildly popular Ancient Aliens series on the History Channel. We'll delve deep into some of humanity's most intriguing questions. Have extraterrestrials ever visited Earth? Are they still among us? And when will they reveal themselves? Renowned experts will provide a platform for thought-provoking discussions on the mysteries surrounding ancient civilizations, UFO sightings, and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Joining us now is one of the stars of the show, Giorgio Tsoukalos. Welcome, Giorgio.
Hi, how are you, Felicia?
I'm doing good. This is a really exciting event. It's going to be a thrilling 90-minute live experience with you and other experts. I'm promising to do those deep dives in some of fan favorite topics, like we talked about ancient Egypt, the moon, and of course, well, aliens. So let's talk about what fans can expect at this live experience.
Yeah, I mean, this is a live 90-minute stage show where we discuss our audience's favorite topics, and that's the ancient astronaut theory. And we discuss fan favorites like Baalbek and Puma Punku. And, it's basically an episode of Ancient Aliens that you get to experience live with a slide presentation, and we have clips that we will show. And it's just a lively discussion with questions at the end. And, it's basically for the whole Ancient Aliens community to come together for a fun night out in the town.
Absolutely. And there's going to be compelling debates. And again, you mentioned the Q&A part, because I think people have a lot more questions, obviously, than we have answers. What is it like to be able to talk to fans of the show up close and personal and hear their questions and have these kind of discussion moments?
Well, meeting fans live and in person has always been one of my favorite things, because I've always said this: we have the best fans in the world, because without the fans, we would not be on the air still. We've been on the air since 2009. So 15 years of their love, loyalty, and passion has kept us on the air. And so meeting that energy live and in person, I mean, it's a love fest. And, had you told me 15 years ago that one day we'll be crisscrossing the United States with a traveling roadshow to say hello to our fans, I'd have been like, yeah, come on. Wishful thinking. Ancient Aliens, by the way, began as a one-off 2-hour special. There never was any talk about a series. So we are deeply indebted for gratitude to all of our fans and our viewers, because without them, we wouldn't be on the air. So I love them all.
And they love you back. You've been a central figure in this show, for many years since the beginning. You've actually been a meme more times than I can even count. But what is it about, especially that theory of extraterrestrial life visiting Earth, that captivates people so much?
Well, I think these questions, where do we come from? How did it all begin? Why are we here? And above all, where are we going? What's next? I think those are the defining questions. What defines us being human? And so I think it's the ultimate quest to ask these questions, because what's more exciting than trying to figure out how did it all begin? Because we have an idea how it all began, but if you really want to get to the nitty-gritty of it, even the brightest of brains still have questions. And so, while present-day society claims that we pretty much have the answers to everything, and that we've reached the scientific pinnacle, which we have reached the scientific pinnacle currently, absolutely. But the idea that all questions have been answered is wrong. And it's also a reckless attitude, because we actually know more about we know more about the stuff that we we know nothing about the stuff that we know compared to the stuff that we do know. So, I mean, it is all very, very strange when today we're told, especially in social media, all the answers are given. They're not.
Well, that's science. Science is continuing to ask those questions and to dive
Yes.
deeper and deeper into it. You know, you have a lot of fans, but you've got a couple of skeptics out there who believe that some of the theories talked about in the show maybe are just myths or fantasy. What do you have to say to those people who are those non-believers? Because you guys are experts in your field. You do put a lot of work in. There is a lot of scientific theory behind the things that you talk about. While they're fun topics, they are based in science.
Yeah, no, that is a wonderful observation. And, there used to be a time when I engaged with the skeptics, and that is something I no longer do because why should I expend energy over something that in the end they'll still remain in their skeptic corner. So if you, in order to embrace or at least entertain the idea of the ancient astronaut theory, every single person has to be ready on their own time to look at these things because you can show them essentially an actual alien body, and they will still say it's a
No.
fake. And obviously, this is a speculation,
Yeah.
but so everybody has to be ready. So I no longer engage with the skeptics. They can do and say whatever they want. For example, we have never said on the show, and personally also, I have never said that, that ancient monuments were built by aliens. That is the meme that is suggesting this. And I have no control over that. So whatever. Now, what we did say is that all ancient monuments were in fact built by our ancestors, by our human ancestors, but our human ancestors say in their oral and in their written traditions, in their histories, that they achieved all of this stuff, or they got the primary knowledge with which to achieve this by someone that descended from the sky in physical form as their teachers. And what, our ancestors all fantasized about this? That to me is insulting the intelligence of our ancestors by saying, oh, they just came up with these stories that somebody helped them. They just came up with that because they didn't know what the heck was going on. That to me is insulting. So, what we're proposing.
Don't worry about a skeptic then. You have so many fans and people that are so excited about this. Like, I personally am very excited. One of my favorite artists is Erykah Badu, and she talks about how she gets upset because she's like, why am I not cool enough for the aliens to come and visit me? And I just feel like maybe we're just not cool enough for the aliens. Maybe am I not cool enough for the aliens? But I think that I really do want to be abducted by aliens. I just not like just for like, wait. Okay, I want to be abducted, and I want to say 24 human hours, but I don't know how many alien hours that is. So maybe I don't want to be abducted for that many. I don't know, but I just want to see them. I just want to talk to them and just like ask them questions, like, hey, can you please tell me?
What would be your first question if you ever met an alien?
If I ever met an alien, my first question would be about something about outer space, because I want to know what is further beyond that. Today on one of our shows, we asked if there were no risk involved, would you rather go to the deepest part of outer space or would you rather go to the deepest part of the ocean? Which a lot of mystery in both aspects. I said outer space because space is the final frontier, and
Yes,
I would love to see I would like to ask them about black holes. I want to know about black holes and if they went in them and they were able to get out, and then what was inside of that, and was there any knowledge in there that we could use and maybe we don't have right now? That's what my question would be.
You absolutely thought about this. I love it. This is great.
I told you I was a nerd. I told you that.
Awesome.
I think it's so fun that even if you aren't 100% a believer, I think it is so fun to just let your brain kind of explore and move into these different spaces and places and to talk about it in a cool live event.
Yeah, no, I mean, that evening when people come together, it's a coming together of a community of like-minded people. And so during the show, before the show, and after the show.
And you have a VIP meet and greet too.
Yes, exactly. And so people come together and, new friendships and new connections are forged. So it's a really cool experience for everyone. And by the way, what we've also learned is that often, if, let's say it's a husband and wife team, often it's either the husband that drags the wife or vice versa. But often after the show, we encounter these couples and they say, I've never been a fan of this, and my husband kind of dragged me along to this, but you guys are pretty cool, and I'm going to now tune into your show. So, bring the skeptics, bring them, because, see, on the show, you experience us in snippets. On stage, you'll see us as an ensemble, and we can actually formulate our complete thoughts. And so, no, it's a fun night on the town for the whole family, and I hope to see all of you there.
It's going to be incredible. So bring your friend, bring your spouse, bring your skeptic if you want to, and enjoy that. So if you love mystery, science, and the unknown, be sure to head out to the Ancient Aliens live show on March 28th over at the Brown County Music Center. We've got all the information on our website. Scan that QR code on your screen if you want to check that out. Giorgio, thanks so much for making the time. I really appreciate it. And congratulations on 15 years.
Thank you so much, Felicia. I appreciate it. And thank you for having me on.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
What would you ask aliens? Or maybe you have a question for the experts. You could win free tickets to do just that for the Ancient Aliens live experience headed to the Brown County Music Center. Go over to wishtv.com/contest for more information about that. And for more out of this world interviews, be sure to tune into Lifestyle Live every weekday starting at 10 a.m.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Lifestyle Live Podcast. Thank you for listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And connect for even more on Facebook and at lifestylelive.tv.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart.